Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Rumors are running rampant that Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is dead. You don't say. This is heartbreaking. You don't say. The people of Kentucky need answers. Yeah, fam. Mitch McConnell is 84 years old. Allegedly, he's being treated at an undisclosed hospital for undisclosed reasons. And that's kind of weird. And they say, his people say that he's doing well. They say he's doing well. That's interesting to me. We don't know what his condition is. We don't know where he is. We don't even know if he's alive. And yet they're telling us that everything's okay. And he's, by the way, not voting right now. But I find this strange, because I thought I saw Mitch the other day at the zoo. Yeah, I thought I saw him. Doesn't that look like Mitch McConnell? Let's try to let's do this again. Let's take a look at this. Yeah. That's Mitch. I'm pretty sure that was Mitch. That was Mitch. But, for the sake of argument, let's go with the fact that people are saying that Mitch is out of pocket for the last 10 days in a row. He's been out of pocket. Nobody's seen him. There is questions about whether he's alive or not. And the suspicion is that the Republicans are trying to keep his death under wraps so that the Democrats cannot replace him before the midterms. If his seat stays available until the midterms, the way that it has been explained to me is that the Republicans can maintain control of his position, the position that he had. If he's dead right now, the Democrats can come in and appoint a replacement, which will likely be a Democrat, right? Now, I think this is sad for Mitch and his family because by all accounts, Mitch McConnell has lived a good life. He's lived a righteous life. He's done right by all Americans, black, white, rich, poor, Yeah, he's done right by all Americans. So I don't know why people are just talking about that they like to see him go to the upper room. Mitch McConnell has been a horrible human being. I mean, horrible. He's done Donald Trump's bidding. He has not been his own man for a long time, even before he started just freezing up. Because every time he goes out in the public now, he freezes up. They'll have him making a statement, then he freezes up, and then they have to walk out. He can never get through a statement. He's only 84 years old. I thought Mitch McConnell was at least 184 years old. That is an old fossil. Man, that dude look old. I mean, he looked tore up. I'm talking about tore up from the floor up. Tore up from the floor up. Now, I know some of y'all ain't gonna like what I'm saying. I get it. I understand it. You're not gonna like what I'm saying. But the only reason why you don't like what I'm saying is because you don't like me. You don't like the skin color. That's the only reason why you don't like what I'm saying. Yeah. But I got to call a strike and a ball, fam. Yeah, Mitch McConnell is not a good person. So I want to direct your attention to this article that supports term limits. because Mitch McConnell should have been gone. He's been in office since 2001. 2001, 25 years he's been holding the position. For the last several years, he's been a ghost. He don't even know what he's voting on. He don't even know where he is. He's been freezing up, blacking out, falling down. So that's why he's in the hospital now. He recently fell down, and now, they got him allegedly being cared for at an undisclosed location. I don't believe him. I think it's a very good chance that he could be dead. I think it's a good chance that he could be dead. In any event, let's get into this article. High Court rules unanimously that lawmakers brazenly exceeded authority in attempt to overrule the will of the people. In a monumental victory for grassroots accountability and citizen-led democracy, the North Dakota Supreme Court has unanimously blocked a deceptive legislative attempt to gut the state's voter-approved lawmaker term limits. The High Court's decisive ruling orders the Secretary of State to completely remove Constitutional Measure 1, formerly Senate Concurrent Resolution 4008, from the upcoming November 2026 general election ballot, declaring the legislature's actions void ab initio, which means void from the very beginning. In the unanimous opinion authored by Chief Justice Lisa Fair McEvers, the court dismantled the Legislative Assembly's efforts to bypass the state constitution. The ruling permanently protects Article 15, the citizen-led initiative passed by North Dakota voters in 2022, that established a strict 8-year cumulative service limit per chamber. Crucially, the 2022 law included a safeguard explicitly stripping career politicians of the power to alter or appeal these term limits, reserving that right solely to the people via citizen-led initiative petitions. U.S. term limits, otherwise known as USTL, the nation's leading advocate for term limits, applauded the ruling as a massive triumph for the rule of law and a stern warning to self-serving politicians nationwide. This is a historic victory for voters of North Dakota who made their voices crystal clear in 2022, said Philip Blumel, president of U.S. Term Limits. The legislature's arrogant attempt to claw back power and rewrite the rules for themselves was a blatant insult to the electorate. The Supreme Court saw right through their desperate, meritless legal arguments and rightfully declared that notwithstanding means exactly what it says. Politicians do not get to overrule the people. I ain't got no problem with that. Y'all want to see me imitate Mitch McConnell? Damn him, fam. The dude that caused a lot of damage. Don't be trying to get all sentimental now, man, now that he's old and about to go. No, man, you get what you get, man. However you live it, man, that's how we give it. Yeah. You preach your eulogy. You preach your eulogy. That's just what it is, man. This dude has caused a lot of harm. Talk about self-serving. Absolutely, I am with these term limits. These people, I say 2 terms, 8 years max, no matter what your age is. But let me back up. There should be a cutoff age. I think that the cutoff age should probably be about, I would say, maybe 70. I'd say 70 should be the cutoff. Some people say younger than that, but I'd say 70 should be the cutoff. Some people say it should be the retirement age, like most people retire when they're 65. So let's just say it's 65. So that means that if you want to run, you cannot be seated. You cannot be seated outside of the 8 years. So in other words, we're inside of the 8 years. So that means that if you're elected, you have to, let's say you elected, I don't know, in the year 2030, and you're, let's say 60, if you're 60 years old, well, you can only serve one term. You cannot serve 2 terms. You can't serve 2 terms. You can only serve 1 term. That's your bad. If you run for an office at 60 years old, I say allow that person to be seated. But when that person gets to be 61, somebody else, when that person gets to be, get to 65, somebody else got to step in and take that seat. So they got to figure out how they want to do that. But I say term limits today, term limits tomorrow, term limits forever. Because once a person get in and they know they have their constituents, all they got to do is rinse and repeat. It's so many do-nothing politicians in state to state to state to state to state. I mean, they do nothing, but they know how to go around and grease the right palms, make sure that they pass the right laws. They make sure that certain people are included always. And then that way, the big PACs and stuff make sure that they're always funded. And they win. The majority of people out here, the majority of Americans, we are professional complainers. We don't do anything about it. Once we elect these people in, once we get them in, we don't push them out if they don't do what they say they're going to do. We don't push them out. They have to be held accountable. So we don't know how to do that. We're just bad at holding people accountable. Once they get in, we just get familiar with them, and then we go to the polls and we just vote for them. Instead of like kicking them smooth out, like some of these Republicans have started doing. But the trip part about the Republicans is that even though they get abused and they get mistreated also, they don't do anything to change the trajectory of their life either. They don't do anything to get rid of those politicians. Because a lot of times we talk about how Black people are loyal to the Democratic Party and we don't get anything from the Democratic Party. That is true. Well, poor white people don't get anything from the Republican Party either. And Latinos damn sure don't get anything from the Republican Party, and the Asians don't care because they're the least voting group, and they got the highest rate of income. Figure that out. They call that group economics. That's what it is. But yeah, fam, Mitch McConnell got to go. He should have been gone. 84 years old. It's not just that he's 84, because I know a few people that's 84 that's sharp. It's not just that he's 84. It's that he is a horrible, horrible lawmaker. I mean, just a horrible human being. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.